Every man, every woman carries a shadow, not the kind you see beneath your feet when the sun is high. No, this one breathes. It waits. It whispers. And most of us spend our entire lives running from it. I call it the demon behind you. The old man sits by the fire, his voice calm but heavy with years. Listen carefully, for I will not tell you fairy tales. I will tell you the truth that no book, no teacher, no priest ever dared to tell me. The greatest battle you will ever face is not with the world, not with kings, not with rivals, not with the storms of fate. It is with the demon that follows you silently, just behind your shoulder, the one that feeds on your fear, your hesitation, your self-doubt. He pauses, staring into the crackling flames. I have seen men of great strength break in silence because they listened too long to its whispers. And I have seen fragile souls rise to greatness because they dared to turn around and face it. There was once a young man in a small village. He dreamed of becoming a knight. He polished his sword every morning, practiced every day, and whispered to himself, "I will serve the kingdom. I will make my family proud." But every night when he was alone, he heard it, that voice, cold as winter, sharp as broken glass. "You are not enough. You will fail. Put down your sword. Why try when others are stronger?" He believed it. For many years he believed it. His sword grew rusty, his dreams faded like smoke, and the village forgot his name. Do you see? The demon never needed to strike him. It never raised a claw. It only whispered, and he surrendered. The old man leans closer, his eyes fierce. But here is the secret. The demon behind you grows only when you walk away from your purpose. It feeds on your silence. It thrives when you hide. And yet, it fears one thing above all. The moment you turn around and say, "No more." Dash dash. I tell you this, my child of the future. The demon cannot be slain. Do not waste your life seeking to destroy it. It is a part of you, bound by the chains of your mind. But it can be mastered. Every step you take forward, every action in defiance of its whisper, weakens it. Every day you rise from bed when it tells you to stay down. Every risk you take when it tells you to play safe. Every hour you work when it tells you to quit. You claim a victory. Small victories, perhaps. But small victories are how empires are built. The old man smiles faintly. So tonight, when you hear it behind you, whispering again, do not run. Stand, breathe, take one step forward. That step, though small, is an act of rebellion against your shadow. And rebellion is the beginning of freedom. This is only the beginning. For to face the demon is one thing, but to understand it, to live with it, to wrestle with it every day, that is a story I will tell you next time. Remember this. You are not weak because you hear the voice. You are human. You become strong the day you decide not to obey it. You thought ignoring the demon would silence it? No. It waits. Patient, cruel, relentless. It follows you into your marriage, into your work, into your sleepless nights. It never leaves. And that, my child, is why so many collapse under its weight. They believe they are alone in the struggle. The old man leans closer, his face lit by the firelight. But listen to me. You are not alone. Every man who ever lived, from kings to beggars, has walked with this shadow breathing down his neck. The difference between those who fall and those who rise is how they live with it. Do you know what gives the demon its strength? Not your failures, not even your weaknesses. No, it grows each time you believe its whispers. When it tells you, tomorrow, not today, and you nod, it smiles. When it whispers, they will laugh at you, and you hesitate, it grows taller. When it hisses, you are worthless, and you agree, it becomes a monster. But here's the cruelest part. The demon knows your heart better than anyone. It knows which words cut deepest. It knows your scars. It knows your shame, and it will use them against you. The old man's voice trembles, but grows stronger. And yet, here lies the secret. If you learn to hear the whisper and keep moving anyway, its power fades. You must understand, courage is not the absence of the voice. Courage is walking forward with the voice still screaming behind you. Let me tell you of a farmer I once knew. He owned no riches, no land worth envying, but he rose before dawn every day and worked until the sun sank low. The demon mocked him without rest. Why bother? You will die poor. Your hands are wasted. No one will remember you. And sometimes I saw him pause, shoulders heavy, eyes wet, but then he would take another step, another swing of the hoe, another seed in the earth. Years passed. The land, once barren, blossomed with life. Children came to him for wisdom. Travelers stopped to drink from his well. And when he died, the village did not weep because he was rich, but because he had lived, undefeated. He never killed the demon, but he starved it. One stubborn act at a time. The old man gazes into the distance. Do you see now? Greatness is not loud. It is not born in a single moment of glory. It is built in silence, in small choices, in daily defiance. The demon lives with you, but it does not rule you. There will come a night when you look into the mirror, and you will see it standing there, just behind your eyes. You will feel its breath. You will hear it whisper, "You are nothing." And if you believe it, you will live as nothing. But if you smile at it, if you dare to say, "You may walk with me, but you do not command me," then you will begin to taste freedom. Because the truth is this: the demon is not your enemy. It is your test. Without it, you would never grow. Without resistance, muscles wither. Without struggle, the soul remains weak. And so, the demon is your burden, but also your teacher. Every whisper it gives is a chance for you to rise above yourself. And when you rise, not once, but day after day after day, you become unstoppable. The old man lowers his voice, almost to a whisper. Do not wish for a life without the demon. That is the wish of a coward. Instead, wish for the strength to keep walking while it claws at your back. For those who endure, those who refuse to bow to the shadow, they are the ones history remembers. The night was quieter than usual. The moon hung pale above the city, its light spilling into Daniel's room. He had survived countless nights like this. Nights where shadows twisted into figures, where memories from the past sharpened into claws. But tonight was different. The demon behind him no longer whispered. It screamed. It clawed at the walls of his mind, desperate, frantic, because it knew it was losing control. That's what demons do when they sense you growing stronger. They fight harder, dirtier, more viciously than before. Daniel felt the weight pressing down his spine, the same way he had for years. A cold reminder that the demon lived there, attached, feeding off his doubt. You'll never win, the demon hissed, its voice splitting into 1,000 echoes. You'll always be mine. People like you don't get free. For a moment, just a moment, Daniel believed it. He saw flashes of his old self. Nights drowning in bottles. Mornings where he couldn't get out of bed. Faces of people he loved turning away in disappointment. The demon dragged these memories like chains, wrapping them around him. But then, something unexpected happened. Daniel didn't fight. He closed his eyes and breathed, turning pain into fire. The demon tightened its grip, but Daniel dug deeper, not into fear, not into anger, but into something softer. Something he had buried under years of shame, compassion for himself. He whispered, not to the demon, but to himself, I am not broken. I am becoming. The words hit like sparks in the dark. The demon snarled, lies. You're weak. Without me, you are nothing. But Daniel kept speaking. I am not my mistakes. I am not my failures. I am the one who endured them and still stands. His voice shook, but each word cracked the air open, pushing back the shadows. For the first time, Daniel realized the demon wasn't some external monster. It was him, his fear, his guilt, his unhealed wounds. And if it was him, it could be transformed. Tears slid down his face, but they weren't tears of defeat. They were tears of release. He wasn't trying to destroy the demon anymore. He was facing it, accepting it, owning it. And that's when the demon screamed louder than ever, then began to crumble. When Daniel opened his eyes, the weight was gone. His back felt lighter, almost foreign without that crushing presence. The room was silent, not because the demon was defeated in battle, but because it was no longer needed. The demon had been his shadow, his unspoken grief, the parts of himself he refused to acknowledge. And by facing it, not running, not numbing, not fighting blindly, he turned the monster into something else. A teacher. He realized something profound that shook him to his core. The battles we fear the most aren't fought in the outside world. They are fought in the corners of our own minds. And victory doesn't always mean killing the demon. Sometimes victory means learning to walk with it until it no longer defines you. Daniel stood by the window, watching the city breathe below him. The night wasn't terrifying anymore. It was alive, endless, open. For the first time in years, he smiled. Not because everything was perfect, but because he was no longer a prisoner of himself. The lesson we all need. If you're listening now, remember this. We all have a demon behind us. For some, it's addiction. For others, it's trauma, shame, or the silent voice that says, you're not enough. And yes, it feels permanent, heavy, unshakable. But the truth, the demon doesn't own you. It feeds on your silence. It grows in the shadows you refuse to face. The moment you turn around, look it in the eye, and speak your truth, you begin to take back your power. The demon isn't there to destroy you. It's there to test you, to shape you, to force you to discover strength you never thought existed. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you'll realize the weight is gone. Not because you killed the demon, but because you finally understood. The demon was never stronger than you. It was always a reflection of the battles you were meant to overcome. So when you feel that heavy breath at your back, when the whispers crawl into your ear, remember Daniel's story. Remember that you too have the power to rise. Because the greatest victory you will ever achieve is the one against the demon behind you. If this story spoke to you, let it stay with you tonight. Let it remind you that your scars are not signs of weakness. They're proof you survived the fire. And maybe, just maybe, the demon behind you isn't something to fear anymore. It's the reason you'll never stop moving forward.
Knowledge gives you wings.